Panda MMA, bringing punches with the news. Fight breakdowns, every move you don't want to lose. Catch the latest scoop, like a hook to the chin.
This is Panda MMA News. And now, here are your hosts, Richard and Taylor.
What's up, everybody? It's Daddy from Panda MMA News.
You already know the fucking deal.
And it's
Right? Yeah, you fucking
motherfucker.
now. Big. Now talk.
Y'all already know what it is.
That was actually kind of a cool little transition there. All right, guys. We're fresh off the heels of UFC Fight Night, whatever the hell it is, and also we are coming off of 209 Beatdown, which we were cage side for. I have to edit all the videos and stuff, but that will be coming later this week. I'm gonna make a little promo video for it, so make sure you guys tune into that. We are gonna go over the UFC card, and then we'll get into 209 Beatdown. So, the UFC card, the first fight on the main card was Daniel Rodriguez versus Alex Morono. D-Rod got this by decision, round 3. 5 minutes of the, well, obviously 5 minutes went to decision. I didn't watch the fight, guys. I'm just reading off cards. Next one, Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia.
We did watch this one.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we watched Habib.
No, we watched this one
When the fuck did we watch this? This wasn't on.
on the iPad. Well, maybe you weren't paying attention. but
Oh,
I had it
well,
on.
yeah, well, okay, well, they were setting up everything. Okay, well, Grant Dawson won by KO, round 2.
I will tell you guys this, though. When Rafa was coming in, I was like, oh, cool. We're going to see what fight. Richard's like, no, that's the discounted, not as good, brother. Don't even trip, dude. He's not special.
No,
I was like, oh, okay.
I was talking about Junior Tafa. I was talking about Tafa, which fought on this card right here, Junior Tafa.
What? Okay, hold on. This is another one of those moments. So Junior Tafa, go back. Junior Tafa. Rafa Tafa fucking blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's all the fucking same at the end of the day.
Yeah, but anyways, moving on to the next fight, we have Chidi.
Chitty bang bang.
Yeah, Chidi Bang Bang. Chidi Njokuani versus Jared Gooden.
Jared not so good.
Jared lost by decision. So Chidi Bang Bang got it done. Next one is Brad Tavares versus Park Jun-yong or Jun-yong. I picked Brad Tavares to win this because he trains in Hawaii, and I just figured he about that life. But apparently he was not about that life.
Yep.
He lost to decision.
He parked his Jung on his young back.
Yeah, sure. Next one, the main event: Brandon Royval versus Tatsuro Taira. Brandon Royval won by decision, but I did watch an interview, and apparently he thought he was going to go out starch him round 1, and it turned into a 5-round war.
Wait a minute. Tatsuro.
No, that's not the one.
Okay.
Actually, now that you bring that up, guys,
I'm gonna roll to it.
There was some announcements.
It's among the oldest and
Some announcies.
There were some announcements. UFC 310 in December in Vegas. They announced the card, and the reason why this segues to that is the champion of this division got scheduled. So this is the whole bout card. Bilal Muhammad versus Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Hell yeah.
Main event. Co-main is Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Asukara. That's the one.
Yeah.
He's making his debut. His debut in the UFC is a title fight.
Guys, if you don't know this about him, he's got a massive following. I think that's why Dana had interest in him. Not to mention he is just a really good fighter, but I think more so he's got a lot of eyes looking at this cat from overseas, and so that's going to be an opportunity. Didn't he come from one?
I don't know if he came from one. I think it's Ryzen.
Or maybe it was one of those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
overseas.
Ryzen. Yeah, he's wearing a Ryzen belt in this picture. Yeah, it's Ryzen.
Ryzen. Yeah, and was he undefeated in Ryzen?
I believe he's undefeated.
What's that red there?
Oh, no, he's not undefeated. Lost by decision.
Yeah.
Does it actually have his record on here? It does. All right, he's 21-4.
So he's experienced a few defeats, but nonetheless, he's extremely talented, and I think he's got more followers than Dana White. No, I don't know, but
He does have a lot.
he's definitely a public figure out there.
The thing, though, at Ryzen, you're allowed soccer kicks and knees to the head on a grounded opponent, and he has quite a few finishes by those. So the question is there a betting line for DQs? Because I feel a DQ coming. I want to bet on that. But the next fight that got announced is Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov. That's really just to see who Tom Aspinall is going to defeat in his first official title defense, I believe. Next, we have Vicente Luque versus Nick Diaz. We have the champion of the leg kicks versus the guy who doesn't do leg kicks very well. Vicente Luque, I picked early prediction, starches. If not starch, definitely a finish. I see a finish for Vicente. Next one is a Movsar
Hold on
Evlov.
1 second. I just want to say something. Guys, Nick Diaz, I mean, obviously had an ability back then to be extremely talented when the UFC was coming up and up. He did get, what was it, like a 5-year suspension or something like that.
Yeah, for smoking weed.
For fucking smoking weed. It sucks because who knows what he would have accomplished in that 5 years. But when I saw him on his last fight, either he didn't take it seriously because he just looked like he was getting tired, which is not like the Diaz brothers. They're known for having massive gas tanks. But he's fighting fucking Luque, who's a young, hungry, primed in his prime fucking athlete. It's just, to me, this is a massive mismatch. There must have been a conversation where Dana was like, "Yeah,
They have the same amount of losses, though.
well, regardless, dude." But the time difference, like the ring rest and stuff, I'm just thinking in age and those types of things, their game is going to be so much different.
Moving on. Whoa, moving on. There we go. So the next one on the card is Movsar Evlov versus Aljamain Sterling. It's going to be a grappling match, so who really cares? And then, in my mind, this could be fight of the night just because they're both both very hit or miss. Anthony Smith versus Dominic Reyes. Early prediction, Dominic Reyes starches Anthony Smith.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, dude. What's crazy, you guys, is if you really watch the Dominic Reyes fight, I still think he beat John Jones, and I think Dana is just holding on to his prize fighter and not allowing that to be the case. But what happened after that? Reyes, his career started to go on a downhill path. I think he acknowledged it. He's made terms with those demons. He's kind of on an upward trend. Whereas Anthony Smith, we saw on paper he's a phenomenal fighter, but we're not talking about on paper here. We're talking about on the mat, and so
We're talking about a barrel, homie.
So I think Reyes has his way with him, and then who knows? Maybe he has his way with a bonus that night too.
But so that's all that's announced so far for 310. But let's we're gonna talk about 209 Beatdown for a second, guys, and then this is gonna be kind of a short episode just because we have the interview with the CEO and founder of Millions.co coming on shortly. If you guys want to tune into that will be exclusively on Millions. We can't post it on YouTube. But yeah, I'll put the link in the description of this video. So 209 Beatdown was sick. So I thought we were just gonna be like, I knew it was gonna be close to the cage, but dude, they had us. There was a table, and then there's the cage. It was literally like on top of us, and in fact, I can show you a little story, show you where we were in life.
And also, guys, you know what's really cool about it? These were amateur fights, and so they're all trying to make a name for themselves. We got to be a part of the conversation that happened out back. Show them that.
Oh god, the reflection. Yeah, so you can see that's right on top of us. We had to like lean back more so we can get the whole thing in the shutter.
Yeah, that was sick, man.
Pretty dope though.
Super cool experience. But man, overall, these amateurs, they came out and brought it. Nobody was just waiting for the fight to come to them. Everybody was trying to get that finish. What I was starting to say is after the weigh-ins, they huddled up and had a really good talk about expectations and what they should be looking to do, and I think that speaks volumes, because if they want to make it to the next stage, they got to be able to sell those tickets, and what sells tickets, guys? Finishes, right? So, and
not just ones that your uncle made happen for you when you were younger, but funny story. I have no problem telling this because more than likely we probably won't get the opportunity to cover the event again. But so as soon as we get there, we sit next to another publication. I won't say the name just because of the story. and he's kind of giving us the run through of like, you know, when you're covering a fight, what to do, what not to do. And one of the things was, you know, don't drink. So what do? We drink twice as much as we normally would, because of the fact that, you know, we didn't want to be sitting at the cage with drinks and get caught that way. So we'd go right behind the stage, or right where the bar area is, get 2 double shots, so 4 shots total, and just chug them both and then go back. Dude, by the end of the night, I was going, it was pretty wild. Fun experience though. Shout out Rayford. Shout out to our Beatdown. They tried to get us to commentate, but my heterosexual life mate over here, he decided that that wasn't a good idea, even though I think in reality, it would have just heightened the broadcast, dude. Have 2 drunk guys on there? Come on.
Yeah, you know, those types of things, guys, I'd rather be prepared for it. And, you know, we had a pretty fast pace for the competition that we were under that night, too. So I just want to put that out there that you guys have never seen somebody drink as fast or as frequent as these 2 guys you're hearing talk to right now.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
I woke up and I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I had some drinks, and I checked my bank account. It's like $300 less. I'm like, oh God, I had more than some drinks.
Shit, dude.
Also got cornered by Gene to order him a shirt. He's like, hey, where's my fucking shirt? I'm like, all right, let's go on Millions real quick. Let me order you a fucking shirt. So, Gene, you better enjoy that fucking shirt.
You better fucking wear it, too.
Yeah, you better fucking wear it, dude.
You son of a bitch.
I also got the confirmation that I will be at those fights October 26th. But the good news is the fights are in Abu Dhabi. I already checked. The main card starts at 11 a.m., so they'll be over before the event starts.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Are you going too?
You said the 26th?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's in Turlock.
Yeah, I could be there.
Yeah. We might as well just meet up, watch the fights, and we can do a live stream for the fights, and then go fucking hit those fights.
Yeah, so guys, Matt was a guest that was on while I was away. His opponent didn't show up, and I guess this is a repeating thing for this dude. I'm not going to say his name, but
no, fuck that. Say his name. Put him on blast.
All right, fuck it then. You know what? Fernando Placencia, you little pussy. You fucking California, his team's California Boxing. He's 26 years of age, 26 years of lame. Motherfucker, dude, when people are training and they're putting their lives on the line and they're putting all this energy and effort into meeting up with you to have that bout, you show up, dude. It's the legends like Alex Pieta, man. What does he do? Fuck to hurt ribs, sore throat, antibiotics. You know, it doesn't matter. The guy shows up no matter what the level of the fight is or what's at stake. That's the true mark of a fighter. You can't keep this up, man. You got a year suspension. You really need to think about what you're up to, and maybe you don't pursue it. It's not for everybody. Hey, guess what? I'm not getting in a cage, but I knew that, and I didn't sign somebody up to spend their time and effort and money on preparing to get into the octagon with me. So, you know, have a little bit more respect for the person that you're looking at as an opponent.
Yeah, but while we got you here, guys, before we jump off this and get to the interview with Matt Whitaker, we're going to run through this upcoming weekend's UFC card, and it's a juicy one, guys. So let me just see if there's anything on the prelim worth talking about. Nicolau, but that's whatever. Yeah, so we're just going to stick to the main card, guys. Keep my editing job somewhat simple. So first fight of the night is Darren Elkins versus Daniel Pineda. Darren Elkins is 28-11. Daniel Pineda is 28-16. Darren Elkins, well, they're both old men, 40-39.
Oh, shit.
There's a 2-inch height advantage for Darren. There's also a 2-inch reach advantage for Darren. This is a fight at 145. I mean, you can't even say based off age because it's a year apart and they're both fucking old.
Yeah. I think Daniel probably gets stage fright when he goes into a bathroom and has to pee next to somebody.
Yeah, I gotta go with Darren just based off size.
Me too.
All right, next one is Brady Heistend versus Jake Hadley. Brady is 25, Jake is 28. Brady has an inch advantage in height. He also has an inch advantage in reach.
You go from the fight of the old man to the young buck match,
Yeah.
dude. That's pretty cool to see.
This one I gotta kind of dig in. So Brady's coming off of a win from Garrett Armfield. Before that, he KO'd Dana, who's from Team Voodoo.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
So you know he's got some skill then, because that guy's no chump.
yeah, and the fact to KO him, Homeboy is coming. Jake is coming off of a decision win over Kalon Loughran. Before that, he got beat by Charles Johnson in decision. So this guy's more of a decision merchant. He hasn't had a knockout since March of last year. You know what? Actually, I didn't check when these fights were for Homeboy. Okay, so yeah, his submission is over Garrett Armfield, and that was in June of this year. And then his KO before that was in April of 2023.
Super impressive, the guy that he KO'd, though, and that being,
Yeah, I believe he's with one now. Dana.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
That's probably more fitting for him.
I got Brady. Brady clearly has finishing ability. Jake hasn't had a finish in a year, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Brady.
It's tough to say, man. I could see Jake getting it done.
But do you? That's the question.
Maybe by decision.
I don't know. One's undefeated in the UFC, one's not. Don't know. Which one are you picking, though?
I'm going to go with Jake.
All right, you little bitch.
From State Farm.
Next, we have Charles Johnson versus Mudaerji. Charles Johnson is he's 5 years older at the age of 33, so he's just entering his prime. He has an inch height advantage, but Mudaerji has a 2-inch reach advantage. They have almost an identical record. Sewell is coming off of a submission loss to Tim Elliott in 2023 in December. Before that, he lost by submission to Matt Schnell, so he's got clearly a grappling deficiency. Charles Johnson is coming off of a KO win over Joshua Van, which now that I say that, I do remember this fight. Mm-hmm. And then he's also coming off a decision win over Jake Hadley, who's fighting, who you picked. I think I'm gonna have to go with fucking Charles here. Charles is
I was impressed with his last fight too, so yeah, I'm going Charles.
He's kind of a decision merchant, but I mean, Sue got submitted twice. I gotta go with Charles.
Same.
Next one this one's a really good one. Rob Font versus Kyler Phillips. So Rob Font is 20-8. Kyler Phillips is 12-2. Rob Font has almost 10 years on this guy. He's 37. Kyler is 29.
So what do you know about Kyler? Because I don't know much about him. Obviously, I know Rob Font.
I've seen a few of his fights. Kyler's pretty exciting. Rob Font's coming off of a decision loss to Davison Figueiredo. Before that, he lost to Corey Sandhagen. So he's losing to no one but the elite. Lost to Chito Vera before that. So yeah, he's losing to the elite. Kyler Phillips, however, 12-2. He's coming off of a decision win over Pedro Munoz. Nice. Before that, he got a decision win over Roani Barcelos. Before that, he got a submission win over Marcelo. I can't really speak to how good his stand-up is. Kyler, he has a submission, but I mean, Rob Font, dude, he's got that slick-ass boxing. He put Adrian Yanez down and made him look like a chump.
Yeah, if I'm going to put money on it, I'm putting it on Rob Font.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rob Font also. And in the main event, guys, this could be fight of the year.
Oh, dude.
Anthony Hernandez, Fluffy, versus Michel Pineda. Guys, if you don't know, we interviewed Anthony Hernandez's coach, Jim West. Make sure to check that interview out. It's on the channel. But so Anthony Hernandez is a year younger. He's an inch shorter. He has a 2-inch reach advantage. He's 12-2. Michel Pineda is 31-11. Anthony Hernandez is coming off of a KO win against Edmund Shabazian. Who hasn't KO'd Edmund Shabazian, though? Am I right? He's before that submission over Marc-Andre Bralet. Before that, a decision win over Josh Fremd. And before that, so he's great submissions. He got KO'd by Kevin Holland, but that was 2020. But he obviously clean black belt, very big guy. Michel Pineda, he's coming off of a submission win over Ihor, which after what I saw from Ihor the last fight, that's not as impressive as it was at one point. He KO'd Andre Petrosky before that, and I think before that is when he was in welterweight. Yeah, so he has 2 wins in middleweight. Fuck, dude, this one's a hard one because I like both guys. I think Anthony's probably tougher. Anthony's tougher. He's got more submissions. I think I'm gonna have to go with Anthony just off toughness and the fact we had Jim West on.
So we know Michel Pereira. We know that he's going to be explosive. He does have great stand-up. I think this is going to be the battle of who can impose their game plan a little bit better.
It's 5 rounds though. We haven't seen Michel Pereira go 5 rounds, and he's gassed before at 3.
That's true, but this is a different weight class too, so we'll see how that plays into effect. But that is a good valid point. So with that being said, dude,
and Anthony Hernandez is so fucking tough.
I'm gonna side with the grappler. I'm gonna go with Anthony Hernandez only because like you said, he is tough, he is winning, and if it's gonna be a 5-round bout, you know, one of the things that makes Michel special is his athleticism, but with that comes a gas tank price, right? And so where his strength could be a strength in a 3-round fight, being given that it's 5 rounds, I don't see him trying to do all that. Whereas Anthony can just stick to his game plan, and if he can get him up against the cage, get a hold of him, and start to take him into the deep water, you know, you do that for 2-3 rounds, and I think he can stand up with him rounds 4 and 5 if he has to, and then you can start to see some success there.
Yeah, and it being Anthony Hernandez, dude, you know, he already has a lot of impressive victories. If he beats Michel Pereira, dude, we're going to scissor, dude. We're talking he's getting top 5 opponent. Like, yeah, this is the way to get a champion back in the Sacramento area. Whether he beats Dricus or not, who knows? But he wins this, it's going to propel him into potentially facing a top 5 opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we got for picks, guys. Like I said, we're going to keep this one kind of short. You got a little over 20 minutes out of us. We got to make it to this interview. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, PandaMMA News, X, PandaMMA News, Instagram, PandaMMA News, 1, just like this podcast channel, guys. Numero uno. We are number 1, bitch.
Number 1 bullshit guys.
Number 1. Number 1 bullshit. Number 1.
But yeah, so don't, like I said, like and subscribe. Like this fucking video, subscribe to our goddamn channel.
Guys, don't be the sheep of the relationships.
Yeah, don't be Ian Gary. Don't watch from the corner.
Okay?
We're the Dagestani. You don't want to be our sheep.
Yeah, our boots are too tall for you, dude.
But yeah, peace out, virgins.